If you're questioning your gender, this video is for you. You're probably really confused. You're probably questioning if you're trans or if you're non-binary. It's okay to live in that confusion for a while. So know that if you're questioning it, you're exactly where you need to be. It can take a really long time to discover yourself. And that's okay. Pay attention to what makes you feel good. A lot of times people talk about dysphoria when they're talking about discovering your gender, but I think a better way to discover it is what makes you feel euphoric. For example, when I was first trying to discover my gender, I used different pronouns. I started using she, they pronouns, and then I discovered that the more I heard she, her pronouns in reference to myself, the more that made me feel icky, not like myself, and the more I heard they, them in reference to myself, the more I was like, wow, I actually really love this pronoun for myself. They, them pronouns made me feel euphoric. And that's the key. Trying things in the safety and comfort of your home or with people you trust is really important. Try makeup, try hair, try clothes you're drawn to really discover what makes you feel the best. Gender and presentation do not go hand in hand. Gender is a feeling you have inside, and how you present is an outward expression of your internal feeling of gender. You do not need to do anything to be trans or non-binary. You don't need surgery, you don't need hormones, you don't need to change your name. You can look the same way you do now, use the same pronouns you do now, and be trans or non-binary. You also don't need to disclose your gender to anyone. Discovering your gender is for you. Embrace the change and don't be afraid of it. I was so scared when I first discovered I was non-binary. I even had the thought, like, can I even be trans? I just didn't know trans people like me existed. I've always been non-binary. It just took me a while to discover it. So listen to trans non-binary people's stories. Do you feel some way connected to this story? Connection means something. Be patient with yourself and kind to yourself. It's easy to beat ourselves up and hate ourselves for not knowing who we are, but it's not your fault. You can still like things that you've always done, but not be the gender you were assigned at birth. I love hair and makeup and fashion, but I thought I couldn't like those things and also be trans and non-binary. But then I went to cosmetology school and really reclaimed my love for beauty. It's just that inside, I don't feel like a woman and I don't feel like a man. Not all trans and non-binary people experience dysphoria, and that's okay. Maybe you do experience dysphoria, and that's so valid. Do not stress. Don't worry. If you discover your gender and don't want to tell anyone, that's fine. Confide in people you trust and listen and learn about other non-binary trans people's experiences. Something in their experience might really align with your own. That's what helped me the most. At the end of the day, when you're by yourself in your room, how do you feel? Does saying you're trans or non-binary make you feel good? Make you feel most like yourself? If the answer is yes, then that's great. And if it's no, that's okay too. I promise it's gonna be okay. I'm here for you, your friends are here for you, there are people that love and care about you. No matter what society says about trans and non-binary people, we are valid and we are beautiful. Oh, that makes me wanna cry. Our community is so beautiful. And don't forget that. I love being trans. I love being non-binary. If you're getting emotional like this over the thought of being trans or non-binary, chances are you are, and that's how you know. But I'm not here to tell you who you are. Only you can tell yourself who you are. Only you can make that discovery for yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'd be happy to answer. And definitely give me a follow for more gender discovery tips.
Can we all just make the collective decision to normalize living in this space where you don't know if you want to kiss boys or girls or both? For some of us, it doesn't last very long, but for a lot of us, it lasts a really fucking long time. So just make it normal.
I wonder what this link could possibly lead me to.
You ever seen a ghost? I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was sitting over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I made a salad with craisins. Hello, I'm Chip Mulaney. I'm your father. But sometimes he would be gay. Ever been to the goddamn zoo? I used to smoke crack. What's yesterday? Shut up, you're all gonna die. Street smarts.
She is clearly having an identity crisis. Rebrand, identity crisis. Who am I? Identity crisis, but
Are you questioning your sexuality?
I have some advice for you. Just because you felt a certain way in the past, for example, maybe you were really into boys, you were really boy crazy when you were like 12 years old, so you're like, well, I can't be queer because like back then I was really into guys. Or maybe you're like, oh, well, I already established that I'm straight, so like I can't really go back and like change my mind. In a lot of ways, sexuality is very fluid, and I know there's a lot of people who will disagree with me and get really mad at me, but it's freaking true. It's normal to have periods of time where maybe you're more into girls, and then the next year maybe you're more into guys. Embrace how you feel in this present moment. Trust yourself, validate yourself. I'm here to validate you.
Life does not. Oh my God. Oh.
Can't the future just wait? Can't the deadlines come fashionably late? I could push every goal back, take control back if they'd roll back the rate at which time starts to fly. Never landing or standing by, never taking a break, ever making me retry.
So there's a test that's been going on in the transgender community for years called the button test. And this is a test to determine whether or not a questioning person may be transgender. So the test goes like this. Imagine there's a button that's placed in front of you and it will change your gender. Everybody will see you as that gender, and imagine you've always been that gender. Do you press it? Now usually there's also a catch added to the end. It will only appear in front of you once, so this button cannot be reversed. Once you press it, your gender is changed permanently. So if you're a questioning person and you found yourself answering yes before I got to the end of that sentence, that's a very common reaction among questioning people that later do transition. So the reason that this works is because most pre-transition people would love to exist as their desired gender, but the process of transition is far too scary for them. And I just want to let those people know that I was scared too whenever I transitioned, but being scared does not make you not transgender. It makes you normal.
If you are questioning your sexuality, watch this, because I think I just figured out a way to kind of self-assess. Okay, picture this. You meet this new person, and they're amazing. They're really attractive, really pretty on the inside and the outside, and their personality is awesome. It matches yours almost perfectly, and you have very similar views on a bunch of stuff, and they're just so much fun to be around. Over the next few days, you get to know each other, and you find out that they accept you for every little thing that you can't even accept yourself. You think you might be developing a crush, but you're not sure. Either way, you know that you'd be perfect together. Now, this person asks you out, and they are insert gender that you're unsure if you're attracted to or not. What's your answer? Does their gender change whether you like them or not? If your answer is no, does it change if it's a different gender?
Oh my god, love is love!
Happy Pride Month!
Happy Pride Month!
Yes!
Can't the future just wait? Can't the deadlines come fashionably late? I could push every goal back, take control back if they'd roll back the rate at which time starts to fly. Never let.
Something that I found helped me a little bit, at least, when trying to figure out whether I was bi or a lesbian was one simple question. Would I be capable of having a fulfilling relationship with a man? And no matter what, the answer to that question for me was always no.
You change your mind like a girl changes clothes. 'Cause you're hot.
Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
Not recently, but when I was younger, yes, before coming out and things like that. Now, yeah, I'm perfectly happy with who I am now.
Brilliant, how about you?
Questioned it when I was about 11 and came out when I was about 12, so...
Came out at 12?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, questioned it when I was a lot younger, but as soon as I knew, I didn't have any second guesses about it, so no, yeah.
Want to see a magic trick? Good. Abracadabra!
If you're questioning your sexuality, this video is for you. There was one question that really solidified my sexuality for me, and I'm gonna tell you. Would you be okay if you died and you never kissed said gender?
Gay rights! Yeah, gay rights! I'm gay.
Surprise, shawty! Surprise, shawty! Surprise, shawty! Surprise, shawty!
You ever seen a ghost? I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was sitting over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I made a salad with craisins. Hello, I'm Chip Mulaney. I'm your father. But sometimes he would be gay. Ever been to the goddamn zoo? I used to smoke crack. What's yesterday? Shut up, you're all gonna die. Street smarts. Boom, orange juice. That's life. Now I've thrown him off his rhythm. Give us some money! Stay down on the ground. Stay down on the ground, you motherfucker. Do my friends hate me, or do I just need to go to sleep? But why don't we just tell our relatives that I'm a 4-year-old boy? Hey, Do you want me to kill that guy for you? I am now gross. And watch this! Peppa! I'm putting wires into a board filled with holes to move the voices around.